Double check. Test, test. Come on, man. All right. So we are live coming at you essentially all over the place right now. My name is Tim Kelly, and I'm the VP of Education for Active Duty Passive Income and co-owner. And one of the things I absolutely love and I've been spending most of my time doing is spending time on the Military Multifamily Academy Mastermind. And it's only open for enrollment a couple times a year. Right now, as we speak, it's actually open for enrollment. And these are the heavy hitters. These are the rock stars inside the Multifamily Academy Mastermind that are putting the time in. They invest in themselves. They're putting the time in. They're taking action. And I'm just going to pick their brains a little bit to see what their experience has been. And they're going to have a chance to introduce themselves a little bit and just kind of share what, from their perspective and from their experience, and hopefully the goal is, is this going to be right for you? I know there's a lot of questions about the Academy and Mastermind. A lot of people are wondering, is it a good fit for me? Well, it makes sense. Is it aligned with my goals? And this should absolutely help you, from people who have been involved, who have been in the Academy essentially since its inception over a year ago, and they're crushing it. So, Joey, give us a quick intro, bro. Where are you currently, and what's your military background?
Sure. So what's up, everybody? My name is Joey. I'm currently stationed in Panama City Beach, Florida. I'm a 16-year active duty diving officer at the Naval and Diving Salvage Training Center, and I am a commercial real estate investor.
Outstanding. All right, Chris, what about you, man? It looks like you're in uniform.
Hey, appreciate it, Tim. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm Army. My name is Chris, 23 years in the Army now, getting ready to retire. I'm a real estate investor like the rest of y'all, and I'm also in recruiting. So a lot of this stuff is coming natural. So I look forward to interacting with y'all and learning together.
Awesome. Johnny, your turn.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Johnny Ibarra. I'm stationed at Eglin Air Force Base with the U.S. Army. I've been in for 21 years and pretty soon to retire in the next couple of years and focus on real estate full time after that.
Cool. Bo, what about you, man?
Hey, Tim. Hey, group. So my name is Bo Gable. I'm down here at Fort Benning, Georgia, active duty Army officer. Very engaged in this group and, a passionate real estate investor on the commercial multifamily side of things. So.
He actually had a bunch of experience when we first, before he even joined, which is awesome, man. He brings a lot to the mastermind, and that's the cool thing about the mastermind. It's all about iron sharpening iron. It's a group of like-minded people that are just crushing it, taking action, and they're helping each other out. They're partnering on deals, and it's a fun thing to watch, and it's very humbling. So, Jerry Lee, you're last. Where are you at? What's your military background?
Hey, everyone. I'm Jerry Lee. I'm active duty Air Force. I'm in San Antonio right now. I think out of everybody, I might have the least amount of experience. Prior to joining the Multifamily Academy, I had only decided to invest in real estate about 3 months prior to that. That was a year ago. So.
Sweet.
I would have never known that.
Yeah. Seriously, I don't know about that either. So, Joey, really quick, how has the Academy and being involved in the Academy Mastermind help you in your journey to financial freedom?
Who was that one for, Tim?
That was for you, Joey.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I kind of spaced out there real quick. So that's a great question. So when I jumped into this, I think I was probably one of the first people on deck. At least that's the story I like to tell. You may have a different version of that, but it's really given me the foundation on the education side to move forward inside of this industry. It's fast paced. You have to be quick. You have to be smart, and you need to have a network around you. So I think having the course education piece was key in order to move forward. And then most importantly, and something that I really hold dear to my heart, is the network that we've established inside of this multifamily mastermind that we have here.
Right on. So Bo, what about you, man? How has this being involved in the Academy and Mastermind helped you on your journey?
So the biggest thing for me is definitely the group of people that I surround myself with. That's been a huge issue, trying to find like-minded individuals that I also get along with and enjoy. And definitely found it in this group. I will say for people, like there's varying arrays of experience in this group, and yet you're surrounded by like-minded individuals. So there's no doubt in my mind that the majority of the people in this group, like unlike most other groups, are going to be successful in this field at some point. They're hard chargers. They're getting after it, even though their development may not be all the way up to where they're supremely successful. That rocket fuel, that booster takes 90% of its fuel just getting off the ground. And once you're off the ground, that trajectory takes you so much further. And so, just looking at where people are and where people are growing and the work that we're putting in, inspiring every day. So that's what I enjoy about this group the most.
Dude, that's freaking awesome, man. You're so right, because it's one of the biggest roadblocks is finding those people that you can connect with that are like-hearted, that are like-minded, that have similar goals, and who are military. That's like such a small, narrow niche, right? The 1% is what we're all striving to become, right? But like of the military, we're the 1% of the 1%. So it's even tougher to find those people. And I think that's one of the coolest things. We've created a community full of those people. And it's not only one of the hardest things to do, but it's one of the most important factors of success as you're grinding through this journey to financial freedom. So cool. Johnny, what about you, man? How has being involved in the Academy and Mastermind helped you in your journey, man?
In the beginning, receiving a lot of education through the modules and going through the Mastermind Vault and looking through all the exclusive interviews that Tim and Adam talked with the top industry leaders, in this multifamily space. Was very beneficial for me to understand more about multifamily, and being part of the Mastermind group. Is very. I truly think that's one of the key important elements in this academy, because I kind of left the group in the past to focus on some personal issues, but I was missing that key element to be successful in real estate, was being part of this multifamily group, because I would talk to people like, hey, I need, my progress slowed down. So that's why, and when I hit Tim up again, I was like, hey, I need to get back into this group, because I'm not going forward with anything. And, I was not getting out of my comfort zone. I was being comfortable with just, trying to figure this out by myself, but I was not going anywhere. So now I'm back in the group and I'm ready to charge forward again, and definitely doing this is taking me out of my comfort zone. I'm usually the guy behind the curtains and making things happen, but I'm trying to shed that old identity and create a new identity and transform myself into a new type of real estate investor that I want to put myself out there, And this academy, this course will definitely help the newcomers.
Yeah. I mean, and Johnny, if you guys didn't catch that, he's a special breed because of his military assignment and stuff. He kind of took a hiatus from the Academy Mastermind. Actually, Joey did too, because being in the military, we got to be super flexible, and even the most committed people, sometimes the priority of being in the military is more of a priority than what you're doing as a side hustle and building your empire on the side, right? So these guys, they have experience being part of it, and then saying, hey, I got to take a break, this and that. And then they both said, hey, man, I don't know why I ever left. I need to come back. I want to get involved, and because it's the right people, and it's such a rare breed of people who are inside of our mastermind. So appreciate that feedback, man. Okay, so Chris, do you think this academy and mastermind provide you with the tools and resources that are necessary to just crush it and succeed in this endeavor?
Man, Tim, that's a deep question right there, brother. So let me tell you, there were two things that I kept hearing over and over and over again as I really started thinking about investing in real estate and everything. And the two things were, mentorship and accountability. And you hear it everywhere. Find a mentor, find a mentor, find a mentor. Being military like we all are, like I struggled with how do I find a mentor, because the way we do it in the military is completely different than the way they do it in the business world. And when I came across this opportunity to get into this mastermind, I realized that the mentorship, it comes with a price, and part of that price is my time and committing to what I want to do. And with that is also where the accountability comes from. What we do in the group is kind of taken on a life of its own over the last, probably 9 months that I've been a part of it. We started with the call every 2 weeks, and now I think I'm on a Zoom call probably 3 nights a week now with different subgroups within the mastermind. And I'm going to tell you, Tim, when you tell someone, when you tell Jerry Lee, hey, this week I plan on doing X, Y, and Z, believe me, next week she's going to ask if you did it. And that right there really helps focus. And you get out of it what you put into it, but the mentorship within the group and then the accountability piece like that, that really helps push you forward. So aside from the training and the education piece of it, those two things right there have been really key for me.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Really good feedback. And like, I fully support what Chris said. That's why we created the mastermind, because the accountability is like a force that is almost like it's a recipe that unless you experience it and feel it, even the most successful people have a difficult time holding themselves accountable. So if you feel like your discipline is slacking, it's okay. You just have to surround yourself with a tribe. If it's not this tribe, find a tribe of people that are like-minded, like-hearted, and who are actually willing to ask you and hold you accountable. If you say that you're going to do something, if you say that you're going to go analyze 10 deals within the next 7 days, then I'm going to bring you guys a report, what I found within those 10 deals, you're going to do it because the tribe, even if it's 3, 4, 5 people, that micro tribe, they're going to ask you about it. And just that alone, knowing that they're going to ask you, you'll have this inherent motivation to just spend your time wisely on your off time and just crank it out and do it. So that's amazing. So Joey, what about you, man? Do you think the Multifamily Academy and the Mastermind are providing you with the tools and resources necessary to succeed in real estate?
Yeah, no question. So there's been a few different times throughout, to date where I was hitting these roadblocks, if you will, and kind of slowing down, and I didn't really know which direction to go in. And it was either something that may have been covered inside of a module and I needed some more help, or maybe something that wasn't specifically covered. It was kind of just the wave tops inside of some of the modules. It's backed up by some of these mastermind calls with industry-specific people who can really build upon and dive deep. When we brought in the guy like Yona Weiss, when we talk about cost segregation, I kid you not, my brain exploded with the amount of information that this guy provided to us, not only on that, and then how to really network inside of LinkedIn and all these different things that the ADPI team is bringing to the table to really help us learn, network, and take massive action. So outside of that, this multifamily mastermind and academy has given me the confidence to build a business. We've built out teams. We have systems in place, and we have people on the ground in a couple different markets that we're looking at, and we're looking to take down some deals. So absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And yeah, that's one of the coolest things I love is not only, are we able to kind of really have fellowship multiple times a month, right? But we're able to bring in experts that, because of our network and because of the amount of reach that we've had, these subject matter experts are able to come and drop knowledge bombs every single time. And I learn something new every single time we have a call and we host someone, whether it's an attorney, an SEC attorney. We have some amazing people lined up for like the rest of the year and already into next year. Some high level kind of CPAs and tax attorneys. Like there's all kinds of cool people that are lined up for you guys that you don't even actually know about yet. And I love the fact that you guys kind of get a first look at everything that's happened with ADPI. Like the last call, Markion came on, the CEO and founder of ADPI, and he shared with you everything about like the vision of what was happening in the near future with ADPI and all the cool things that we have going on. We just created this awesome action journal, this you know, it's just a program and a guide for success to help you set goals. You guys are all getting it, you know, on us because you're investing in yourself and because you're helping us grow, right? And you're helping us reach more people. So that is the least that, you know, we could do. We could throw you guys stuff like this, all these new products that we're coming out with. So that's such great feedback, guys. So, you know, Johnny, what is going to stop you from conquering your goals, man?
One thing I realized that I need to be around, you know, people that has a passion in what we do. So because I know when I was away and no one would understand, you know, or couldn't, you know, I couldn't relate, or they couldn't relate with me of what I was talking about, or what was my goals in my future. So, you know, being part, you know, of this group, the mastermind group is definitely going to help me achieve my financial goals in real estate. So if that is going to stop, is that?
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
No, absolutely. Jerry Lee, what do you think is going to stop you from achieving what you really want out of in real estate?
Really, it's me. There's been times where things will happen and it feels like a punch in the gut, and I just want to be like, all right, I'm done. This is too hard. I'm not going to do it anymore. But it's the being able to push through that and being in the mastermind with the people in there that surrounds you and encourages you when you're like, oh man, I don't know what to do. And they're like, oh, here's what you can do. And of course, and I don't know what I don't know. And since everyone's brains work differently, somebody else might ask a question that I didn't even know I needed to know. So being in there, I've been able to push through some of the boundaries that I've set for myself, because I kept saying, no, it's too soon. I don't think I'm ready. I'm not ready, but all the tools that I needed have already been given to me in the academy, and then the support through the mastermind.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a great point. I mean, even if you're just a fly on the wall inside these mastermind calls and you're not even saying anything, but you're focused and you're listening, you're going to grow and you're going to learn and you're going to like hear things that you didn't even think of. Just like Jerry Lee said, she's like, I'm just sitting back listening. Other people are asking questions and I didn't even think about that. Now I know, and I'm getting these gold nuggets, and it's going to improve my ability to reach my goals. So really good feedback. Joey, what do you like most about the Academy Mastermind?
Without a doubt, it is the multifamily mastermind. And getting on the calls with everybody every week, it doesn't matter where I am. You know, nowadays, you know, we have a tiny little computer in our hands, so it's very easy for you to jump on a call. You know, I'm at soccer practice every single Wednesday, but or every Tuesday, and I'm also doing the multifamily call. So you really have to make the time. You have to make it work, and it goes right back into what Jerry Lee was saying. If this is something that you want to do, you have to take the action. You have to make the time. But the people inside of the multifamily mastermind allow us to hold each other accountable and really keep you on track. And sometimes it's that competitive nature that we all have inside of the military. Nobody wants to be left behind, but I think most importantly, I don't think anybody inside of the mastermind will leave anybody behind. We're bringing everybody up along with us, and we're really teaching each other along the way. So it's definitely something that has been integrated into my daily life.
Awesome, man. Chris, what do you like most about the Academy and Mastermind, man?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Joey on this one. The accountability, the camaraderie. I like how he said, you know, we're not going to leave anybody behind. I think that's huge. The push that we all give each other and that we all get, you know, for me, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. We're getting ready to close on a deal here in a few weeks. It's not a multifamily yet, but we're working on it. But if it wasn't for the push that I get with the group, we wouldn't be closing in 2 weeks. So, you know, just that's what makes it work.
Yeah. Awesome. Bo, what do you like most about the Academy and Mastermind, man?
Yeah, man, that's an easy answer, but it's already been taken. So what I will say that's great about this mastermind is it's got great mindset and great accountability and great people, right? And great growth and collaboration between everybody. But whenever you're starting out in multifamily space, you have to have the educational base, or else we're just talking a different language, right? And these modules are built for someone to go from knowing nothing about real estate, from mindset all the way to disposition of their property that they're about to sell, right? And so you're going through how to raise money, how to find investors, how to find property managers. It's detailed throughout. And so just the modules alone are worth the wait. It's highly impactful just to get that education piece alone. That's not even my favorite part. That's just something we haven't really demonstrated yet. By far, the people in the group are what keep me going. So,
Yeah, love it, man. So, Johnny, what is your favorite? What is your thing that you like most, or what your favorite thing about the Academy Mastermind?
I think what really impressed me was that the coaches they were able to close a couple deals while teaching us their techniques. So I think that was like one of the biggest thing. I was like, that is true to what they're saying and what they're preaching, and that hit home for me. I was like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, there are a lot of multifamily educators out there that there's a ton of them. Unfortunately, a lot of them are charging like 20, 30, 40, 50,000 bucks for, courses and mentorship and coaching that only lasts like a year, 2 years. And the thing is, a lot of them are did some deals, and then all they did was now create a course and create this, this community or whatever. But we are practicing what we're preaching. Not only are we in the military community, but we're actually going out there doing deals, and we're showing you guys how it's done. We're kind of giving you an inside look at everything that we do, and I think that's super special. And so I appreciate you bringing that up. Cool. So, I mean, Joey, what would you say to anyone who is considering, joining our tribe and kind of getting involved?
Well, first and foremost, I would say do your education piece side, do some research. If you're looking at this live stream right now, you're already involved inside of the main page in some facets. So there are talks and conversations that go inside of there. Ask the questions. Get out of your comfort zone and reach out. I mean, each one of us was there at one point in time. So ask the questions. You have to find out if it's the right thing for you. Multifamily may not be. But the mastermind, I would say, no matter which space you're in, is for everybody because of what we're doing inside of here. And then take the leap. I don't think it's a crazy amount of money to get involved inside of this, especially for the value that comes with it. Just like Johnny said, if you're on the main page, you're active and you see how much the ADPI team is doing. They are a busy group of guys from all different facets of the military, but the reach back that we have is second to none. I can reach out to Tim Kelly or Adam Labar or Markian and get a response. So get out of your comfort zone, ask the questions, and come talk to us, and we're here to help.
Cool. Yeah, as we continue to really start to wrap it up, I don't want to take too much of everybody else's time. So what is your the best way for people to get a hold of Joey if they want to hang out with you, look, maybe try to pick your brain a little bit and get a hold of you?
Well, I appreciate that, Tim. So a quick place to get a hold of me is right here on the ADPI page. You can look us up there. You can also get me on LinkedIn at Joseph Bickham, or you can check out our webpage at realfocus.org.
Outstanding. Hey, Jerry, so what would you say to anybody who is considering joining our tribe?
If at all you're thinking about going into multifamily, do it. Like I said, I was PCSing last year. It was June. And around that time is when my husband and I decided, you know what, we should get into real estate. That's what we've been wanting to do for a couple of years. And then the Multifamily Academy Mastermind opened up. And at that time, I was also one of those people that thought you needed a crap load of money to get into multifamily. I saw Markian's video when he was closing on the apartment about a year ago. And I was like, hey, if he can do it, he's active duty. Why can't I? At the very least, you'll start learning on what you need to do to get to that path into getting into your first multifamily. I've definitely enjoyed the ride and looking forward to getting a deal done.
Yeah,
soon.
I mean, that's amazing. Not a lot of people could say that they have that type of faith. Hey, if that person can do it while they're active duty, while they're running this huge community, while they're raising a brand new family, he's got 2 little babies, why can't I? You know, so it's confidence. There's something about you had a burning desire to do it, and now you have the tools and resources to do it, and you're cruising through and you're crushing it. So, Bo, what about you, man? What would you say to anyone who's considering joining our tribe, dude?
Yeah, Tim. So I think if you're watching this long and you're still hearing Bo Gable talk right now, then you're definitely interested, right? And there's probably 2 different types of people that are still interested. Number one, people that don't know if multifamily is the answer for them. They're interested in real estate, right? I would tell them this isn't the place for you yet, right? So you need to get educated, and there's tons of free access. Biggerpockets.com, ADPI, fantastic. YouTube University, you know, whatever that means. Just finding out what it is within real estate. Everybody says invest in real estate like it's one thing, but there's so many different niches that you can get into. So definitely dive into what you want. But the other type of person is that guy or gal that definitely knows that multifamily is the way they want to go because they're smart, and they're waiting because they don't want to make the commitment now because they don't have the time, or they don't have the mental capacity, or they don't have the emotional, or hey, I've got a deployment coming up or whatever. And that person that's committed and ready to go, I would say jump in right now. I would say that it took me 1.5 years of education prior to even being able to look at a deal with confidence, right? So if you're ready now, if you know multifamily is where you want to be in that space, and you've educated yourself at least in the realm of real estate, and you're ready to go, you got to dive in, make that decision, and say, hey, for the next year, I'm going to focus on education and networking within my small group, and I'm going to make that choice by holding myself accountable by joining the multifamily mastermind. So, yeah.
Thanks a lot, man. Yeah, that's so true. I fully support all of that. That's what it is. That's cool how you put out the 2 different types of people, because that's exactly where most people are. They don't know yet where they want to be, and then there are the people who actually know they want to do multifamily, but they don't know where to start inside of multifamily. And if you're military, I'm telling you guys, you learn, you network, and you learn how to add value, and then you just continue taking action while you're learning, while you're networking, while you're adding value. You continue to take action, and this platform allows for all that. It's a hub where you can do all those things. Bo, how can people get a hold of you, man, if they want to pick your brain and learn more about you, dude?
Yeah, so Facebook, I'm not on Facebook a whole lot. I'm more engaged on LinkedIn.com, just Bo Gable. You can see my name below. But definitely, if you hit me up on Facebook, I'll get with you in a few days. Anybody that's military, I'd love to help support them, break that mold of financial education that we've been taught. There's so much better of a way, and it's called real estate investing. And it doesn't matter. And just a little teaser, like the 2 ways to get involved in real estate investing are a military house hack, which you have a tremendous tool to do, and then syndication, which is multifamily mastermind. This is what we're doing here in this group. So 3.4, I don't say this to brag, $3.4 million worth of assets under management is what I currently hold. And I have almost $0 into those deals. So I say that with a lot of humility, because it's the people that I can surround myself with and we come together to make things happen. So it is very attainable for anybody out there that's willing to put in the work and, you know, has a abundance mindset. So
awesome, man. Thanks. Hey, Jerry.
I don't think I answered the question. It's Bo Gable at riversideinvestmentgroup.com if you want to shoot me an email as well. Sorry, Tim.
Cool. No, you're good. I was wondering, maybe I thought I missed it. I thought you said it first, but cool. Okay, yeah, your name is actually up there just in case people aren't sure how to spell it. And I'm sure they can connect you and find you on Facebook and stuff too. So, Jerry, how could people get a hold of you? What's the best way?
Facebook. I'm always on, at least on Messenger. I chat a lot, so that's the quickest way to get in touch with me. But I'm also on LinkedIn, Jerry Lee Lapinid Garcia. You'll find my email address and phone number there if you want to chat. So see you there.
Sweet. Johnny, what's up, man? Last question for you. And you know, what would you say to anybody who is considering, and maybe they already know they want to get into multifamily, or maybe they don't, you know, but if they're considering joining our tribe, man, what would you say to them?
Just do it, you know, because the longer you wait, you might say, hey, I'll do it the next time they open up. And who knows, life happens and they might not do it. So just taking that first step, the action steps, and once you get into this group, they'll be challenged again, you know. So the getting yourself outside that comfort zone, putting yourself out there, you know, making them to take action is a big part of this group. So, you know, if they're not ready, then, you know, I don't know, but if you're ready to take action, you know, this is definitely the group to do it, because I was challenged a lot, you know, and Tim would always say, hey, what you got, man? And I was like, okay, this is what you don't want to be, that one guy that didn't do nothing for the whole week and everyone did something, you know. So you just take your shots, reload, and move forward, complete the mission. That's
you must be talking about when we put you in the hot seat and made you tell us your elevator pitch.
Yeah. Well, that was very interesting, you know. Like, I did it, you know. I went through the module, the format of it and everything, and I just rehearsed it all the way. And when we met up personally at our Starbucks, and that's when I gave it to you, and he was like, man, that's awesome, man. You said that I was ahead of what you was before, you know, originally. So, but I really did take that, you know, into consideration, you know, and I worked on it, and I did it. I used it with all the conferences that I went to, and that's how I was able to get people to invest in me and raise some capital. So that definitely helped a lot. So
nice, man. Yeah, that's what it is. And for those, you know, if you're listening and you're still not convinced, maybe you've done a bunch of research and you're just trying to learn how to raise capital, you know, nail down your elevator pitch and simply just say, like you're talking to a 5-year-old could understand it, like Barney style. You know, everybody in the military should know what Barney style is. Very clear and concise. This is who I am. This is what we do. This is what me and my team do. This is what I could offer to you. This is the value that I could add. And you know, then you ask how could we collaborate? You know, and just asking a couple questions is, hey, have you ever considered getting involved in real estate? And just being interested in all the people that you're talking to. And if you're putting yourself in those environments where you're surrounding yourself with people who are interested in real estate and you're interested in them, they're going to want to be interested in you. You could simply have an elevator pitch, because they're eventually going to ask you, well, what do you do? And then clear, concise, the more smooth it is, the more confident you sound, they're going to be more interested, and they're going to want to sit down with you and understand what your business model is and learn more about what you're doing. And that's a hump for a lot of people to get over, is have that confidence to have a very clear and concise elevator pitch and just be able to explain to anybody, this is who I am, this is what we do, this is what I could offer to you, and this is right now what we are looking for, and you know, how can we collaborate? All right, cool. So Chris, what you know, people who are on the fence or people who are considering joining our tribe, man, what would you say to them, dude?
So I got two things from Tim. Number one, if they're worried about the cost, think about how much one college class costs. And you learn one subject, and let's be honest, most of us don't learn half of what they're trying to teach us in class anyway. I know I've got my master's degree, and I spent more money on one class for a master's degree than I did to get in this mastermind group, and I've learned 1,000 times more. So if you're worried about the money, don't. That's just dumb to worry about the money. Number two, we're all military. I want you to think about that decision you made when you went to MEPS to enlist, or when you picked an academy and you enrolled in that academy to become an officer. You didn't know what you were getting into. But in the end, when you made it through it, whether you loved it or hated it, it changed you for the better. So I would say think about those two things when we're on the fence, and get off the damn fence. Just jump in and let's go. Shit.
Yeah, I love it, man. Chris, how can people get a hold of you, bro?
Hey, so main Facebook is the easy way to get out to me. LinkedIn, Chris Lockwood 79. It's usually the two best things. And because I'm still active duty, you can look me up on the global too. Christopher.e.lockwood. Shit, I'm there. And I looked all y'all up, so we're real people. We're not paid actors, all right?
I think, Johnny, I forgot to ask you, man, if people want to get a hold of you, touch base with you, and learn more about you, man, what's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
I'm always on Facebook, Messenger also, so you can hit me up, or on LinkedIn too. My number is 808-366-5573. If you want to give me a call, shoot a text, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I love about you guys. And so, like I said, I really want to respect your time. I'm going to give anybody, an opportunity to say, is there anything else you want to say or talk about or discuss? This is your last opportunity. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Hey, so Tim, I'm going to take the floor for 1 minute, because if anybody's still watching that's still intrigued, and somebody on this panel, or maybe if somebody on this panel didn't speak to you, you can reach out to Tim. There's 40 of us in this group. If somebody on this panel spoke to you in particular, reach out to them and ask them, hey, what's it going to take in order for me to actually join? What's this investment? It's not an expense. It's not what you're spending on it. It's an investment in yourself, right? And if you treat it as such, you're going to do great things. Reach out to these people, because they want to help you. They're tremendous people and a great tribe to be a part of. So,
I mean, yeah, that's awesome. And I know, thank you for doing that. And it's not about really what it costs and how much it's gonna make you, right? If you actually put the time in and go after it and engage and surround yourself with these people and put the time in. Like I said, just for some context, I'm about to close on the first apartment complex that I bought. It was a small 42 unit deal that we syndicated about 3 or 4 years ago, and we're about to close on it, and that's going to be a mid 6-figure payday. And it's because I put a little bit of time in and education in up front, and I surround myself with the right people, and then we created this tribe based on everything that we've learned. And now in one payday, I'm going to make more than most people make in a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Just because I educated myself, and I invested way more into my education, I know, than you guys did, because I was one of those people that went to a Rich Dad Poor Dad seminar, invested 30 grand inside of, Robert Kiyosaki real estate education. And we are preventing you guys from having to do that, right? I don't have any regrets. That put me where I am today, and my military training put me where I am today. These people, everybody in our tribe, I grow, and when I'm talking to you guys teach me stuff all the time. But all that is the reason why I was able to separate from the military at 15 years as a senior enlisted leader and enjoy financial freedom, because I just put time in to educate myself, and I've surrounded myself with the right people, and I just did not stop taking action. I just relentlessly took action. And the mindset piece, we didn't even talk about mindset at all, but obviously we talk about mindset a lot inside the mastermind. It's so important. So thanks, Bo, for saying that. Does anybody else have anything else they want to any more last minute throwing that out there, if you guys want to say any last words?
Just want to say thanks for giving us the opportunity to speak to the group today, Tim, and thanks for always being there in our corner and being a champion for all of us, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, that's truly humbling. I freaking love you guys, and look forward to our next call. And like I said, you have direct access to us 24/7 on our walkie-talkie app on Voxer. So I'm sure I'll hear from you guys later on this afternoon. Until then, see you all later. We're going off the air. Out.
Peace.